Okay, so it has been 11 days already since I posted the last video that why I think that the Glazers should be rolled out. And this is something that the United fans have been calling out over the last maybe 5, 6 years. What do we have in plate as of now? Mason Mount has already arrived, as we know. Andre Onana, I think that's a fair deal. We are getting a very good goalkeeper. But I do not accept the way, again, as I mentioned, that how De Gea was treated in the end. However, the United tax that we are having to pay at this point in time, I think is totally immense. I mean, just imagine a kid who is rated about 70ish, I think, in the late 60s or maybe early 70s. I'm currently scrambling for a figure, so I'll just keep that aside. But we have a player who has immense potential and they are seeking 85 million for it. I think United bid about 35 or something like that. 35 million. I think that was not a fair price. I think in today's market with the inflation that's going around, I think 50 million is a fair price tag for Rasmus Haaland. Um, However, I think we should consider looking at other options. We do have enough cover on the wings. That's what I feel personally, because we have Amad Diallo, we have Facundo Pellistri, and obviously the normal lineup that we have with Marcus Rashford, Garnacho. We also have Anthony. Uh, Jadon Sancho, his future is still hanging up in the air, but I want to talk about transfers today, and I think I'll cover it in the next 2 minutes. So first, Mason Mount is in. So we have a player who can play as a 10, as an 8. I'm unsure about a 6, but I think he will lead the press. And it's being discussed very much in the podcasts where we are seeing a lot of the pundits talking about that, which is a very true statement. That's correct. However, I think we are still lacking another midfielder. Now, why are we not getting a midfielder? Just because we are unable to offload some players. Now, when you clear out Fred McTominay in that role, apart from Casemiro, we don't have a player that can sit back there and do the dirty job that is like going into tackles, flying into tackles, taking a yellow for the team. I don't think we have that kind of player. We do have like few academic grads who are doing really great, but a ready-made product, I don't think we still have at Manchester United. So considering the Saudi, like I mean, the Saudi clubs, they are offering huge sum of money for players who were previously linked with Manchester United. Take Serge Milinkovic Savic, for example. Players like these are going to Saudi. So in this market, what I personally feel is that we should be looking at options who are a bit more realistic, something already, I mean, players who are already proven in the Premier League. A backup six, I'm talking of Wilfred Ndidi. I'm also talking about Onana, the CDM from Everton. I am unsure about his first name, but I think these are the two players that can fit the profile that United play in terms of doing the dirty job. Now, when you clear out Fred and McTominay, I would argue that there should be one more player apart from another midfielder that we should bring in. And I think, I mean, the focus should be there. However, currently our focus is mostly on getting a striker over the line, that is Highland, which brings me to the next part of this section, and that is chasing for strikers. Now, when you don't have players like Rasmus Highland, I mean, when you don't have the means to pay for Rasmus Highland, and it's a very inflated price, I mean, that kind of amount will put huge pressure on a 19-year-old kid who has got a lot of potential, but you have to give him time to unleash that potential. And considering the United fan base, I think there are, I mean, there are people and there are a significant chunk of people who expects a player to click in his first season. We saw the criticism that was with Anthony. Now, we all know that the 97 million that was paid for Anthony it was just because of the potential, and United had to pay an hefty tax. It's the EPL tax, you can call it, or the Manchester United tax. Now, looking at other options for the number nine, I only have one single candidate in mind, and that is Kolo Muani. I mean, as a striker, I think he would fit in the profile that United want to play. I would think of Kasper Dolberg as well, but I don't think Kasper Dolberg is hitting the numbers that he was earlier with Ajax. Um, Now there are other options such as we can throw in David. I think that was his last name. The USA international. I think he is also a good fit for United. But these are cheaper options. I mean, we are unable to get a top tier striker through the door at Manchester United with this badge. I mean, he will be having that honor to play wearing this badge. So, I mean, I don't understand why players are not tempted to join this club, because I think the ambition of Eric Ten Hag, or the way that he wants to play, I think it was pretty evident in the friendly that are going on. I mean, the preseason thing. So we are stuck with Anthony Martial. Now, Anthony Martial is a great finisher on his day, but I think it has been too long. We have waited long. I think he is not the product that United need at this point in time. I'm not saying we need a completely finished product, but we need somebody who can, let's say, play 35 games, to start, and then maybe another 20 coming off the bench. A player similar sort of that, uh, 15 goals, 5 assists, something on that ground. Even I would say total goal contributions, if that's like 20 or even 18 for a fact, I think that's a good number at the current United squad that we have. But I think Rashford will pick up that main role in case we do not find a striker. I think Garnacho is ready for a first team action. He will play down that left flank along with Anthony on the right and Rashford through the middle. At times, we can see Mason Mount will be acting as a floating 8-6, if I may say so, with Bruno Fernandes operating as a 10, and then Casemiro behind him doing the dirty work. Um, the players that should leave United at this point in time, we are not getting suitors for obviously our main man, the fridge, because jokes apart, I don't think that he has that ability to carry this crest at all. He has done major shambolic, he has put up major shambolic performances in important games with United, and I think that he is the next Phil Jones of our club. So yes, he should leave. He should go. Um, Jadon Sancho, I'm not too certain about how should I see this, or how do I perceive this news that he will be going to Tottenham, who is a potential top six rival. So I would rather keep Jadon Sancho for another couple of seasons and then thinking about a transfer thing. Apart from that, I think Fred, yes, he's an engine, but I think we have better options in the market to do that dirty job. And we do have youngsters from the academy who are doing absolutely great. I think we should give them a chance. Dean Henderson, yes, I think we can get good money for him. And Dean Henderson, I think he should be going somewhere else just to revive his career. Obviously, we should also think on the similar lines of Donny van de Beek. I think he deserves another chance. I think he's a massive player, huge respect for him, but it hasn't clicked for him at United as of now. Scott McTominay, I'm unsure of, because I think Scott McTominay is brilliant as a squad player. Don't get me wrong, but if he wants to go to a club where he want to, like, prove himself, a club like a West Ham, a club like a Brighton, I think those two come in mind as of when I see, you know McTominay sitting along Socek in West Ham. I think those kind of partnerships will be fruitful for it. So where do we stand? It's mid of July. It's 16 July as I'm recording this. We are one fourth down of the transfer window. Uh, Onana and Mount are done. We need at least two more players, a midfielder and definitely a striker. I think the back line, I think for fourth choice, I think we still have enough cover. We have Victor Lindelof. I don't think Harry Maguire should be even kept as a fourth choice centre back. That's just my opinion, because I think there are better players that can play. So a midfielder and a striker is what I see coming through the door, provided that the Glazers, they understand this criticality of the situation and they accelerate the takeover process, which obviously is again in a question mark. I think I won't be surprised if the takeover doesn't happen now and it's delayed till January, maybe end of next season, because they will ask for more price even if the offer is 6 billion. So yes, I do think that there is another chapter that is again the clear outs, because I don't think United are able to balance the books as of now. I mean, you don't see any offer that is coming in for Harry Maguire. I think that's a problem. I think he would sit out the rest of the season and back 10 million. We don't have like people who are willing to pay that kind of money for other players such as Dean Henderson. Fred, I think he's worth about 30-35 million. I think we should get some money back there. And obviously, Donny van de Beek, I think 15 million or something like that would be a great deal. So if we sell all of these players that I just mentioned, we should be raising about 75, 80-ish. And I think with, I mean, having 80 million in the bank, I think we can afford both Kolomuani and Ndidi. I think those are the two candidates that I'm looking at as a Manchester United fan, looking at their performances over the last couple of seasons or so. And I think they will be a good fit for United. So no rants on Glazers today. I'll catch you guys maybe 10 days later or something like that. Till then, let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Apologies for the mishap. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And good night. Have a great week, days, sensational days ahead. Cheers.